I just wanna be around you, let me be around you. I'm so glad I found you, 'cause you yeah, you're my sunshine. You are my moonlight. Yeah, you're my sunshine. You are my sunshine. You are the moonlight. You're my sunshine.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Walkerville Collegiate Institute and Center for the Creative Arts 98th Graduation Convocation. We will begin today's ceremony with a long-standing Walkerville tradition of Mr. Cameron Beggs leading our graduate procession with his bagpipes. Please stand at this time and remain standing for our rendition of O Canada, led by Walkerville's own Hannah Cole.
Oh
acknowledge that we are on the land surrounded by water, originally inhabited by Indigenous peoples who have traveled this area since time immemorial. This territory is within lands honored by the Wampum Treaties, agreements between the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenape, and allied nations to peacefully share and care for the resources around the Great Lakes. Specifically, we would like to acknowledge the presence of the Three Fires Confederacy, Ojibwe, Odawa, Potawatomi, and Huron-Wendat peoples. We are dedicated to honoring Indigenous history and culture while remaining committed to moving forward respectfully with all First Nations, Inuit, and Métis.
Graduates, families, friends, staff, it is my pleasure and honor to be able to address you this evening on behalf of the Board of Trustees. All of my colleagues and I would, of course, prefer to be with you in person for this occasion. However, I know that you understand why that's not possible right now. I hope you also appreciate, as we do, the effort of your school community to create this presentation to acknowledge, at this time, the class of 2020. This has been a difficult period for everyone, students, their families, teachers, and administrators. It has been, in every way, a crisis but not a catastrophe. We have, with the highest intention and incredible creativity, continued to provide high-quality educational opportunities in as manageable a format as possible. I am proud that we have shown and seen exceptional strength, fortitude, and resilience. But that is merely my perspective. The most important assessment, however, should be your own. How did you perform as an individual, as a citizen, as a student? This should not just be applicable to the past few months, though. Your greatest, your most sincere responsibility should always be to yourself during an emergency, as well as each and every day. We are marking your achievements in school to date, so I hope you smiled today and said, "Well done." You have made it through these past few months, but more significantly, you have endured all kinds of different tests over your years in school. You may not have chosen all these challenges, but you have accepted them and done what was required to succeed. I urge you to use the experience, recent and former, to continue to strive and to achieve. I look forward to the opportunity of congratulating you face to face at the appropriate time and in the appropriate fashion. Congratulations, and I wish you much success in your future. Thank you very much.
Graduates, family members, friends, staff, welcome to what we hope will be a unique experience for everyone. This is not the ceremony that anyone envisioned when the year began, or at any point in our collective memories. Though I'm extremely thankful that we have the technology and resources to be able to provide this modest recognition of your exceptional achievements. We also appreciate the efforts of all those who have taken the time and energy to produce this video. Excuse my predisposition as an educator, but I do have a question for the class of 2020. However, this quiz will not be graded, and there's no correct answer. What have we learned from COVID-19 pandemic and the impact it has had on us educationally, socially, and emotionally? Take a moment, maybe later, to think about this through a lens of gain and not loss. Sure, we've sacrificed many things for our health and well-being, as well as for those around us. But I know you can also consider the ways in which we have grown, and the things we now appreciate previously that we may have taken for granted, and how our perspective on our place in the world has evolved in the last 3 to 4 months. For instance, I think we can agree that all learning doesn't have to happen in a classroom, and lessons don't just come from textbooks. Our experiences in the world can teach us a great deal. Some of you may be watching this alone, but I think you realize that you're not by yourselves. There are many people that you don't see on this screen and probably haven't seen for some time who are supportive and concerned about your well-being. Graduates, you belong to an exclusive fellowship. Your final year of high school is historical in nature. Each of you, and all those in every other high school in this province, can lay claim to the experience not shared by any other cohort of students in a century of public education. While significant, 1 year is a mere sliver of a student's experience and should not overshadow the value or importance of your entire adventure. Look back on this year as a moment, an episode in a long-running, binge-worthy series, and how many great shows that you've watched in the last few months had disappointing finales, or final episodes that weren't perfect, but were still good enough to be entertaining. So we urge you all to take all that experiential learning, as well as what you've received in your classes, labs, and lectures, and use that to be good citizens, whether you're alone at home, with your families in the future, or during gatherings of more than 5 people. Congratulations, and I wish you all health, happiness, and success. You make me very hopeful about the future.
Good afternoon. I'd like to begin my address by saying thank you to all the students, parents, guardians, friends, staff members, and our Parent Involvement Committee for choosing to celebrate the graduating class of 2020 with us today. As well, I'd like to thank our 2 esteemed guest speakers, Chairperson LeClair and Director of Education Erin Kelly, for taking the time to tune in and deliver messages to our graduates on behalf of the Greater Essex County District School Board. Graduates, it is with great honor and pride that I stand before you today to address and celebrate your outstanding achievements and the successful completion of your secondary school diplomas. Boy, 2020 has been quite the year. And I thought one of my biggest challenges as the new principal of Walkerville was going to be to ensure Mr. Adjetey received some sensitivity training and had enough Kleenex in his office to offer the students when he made them cry. If you would have asked me a few months back what our plans look like for graduation this year, I could never have imagined that I'd be delivering my very first principal's address in a virtual fashion and airing it on a school YouTube channel. But who could have predicted that a pandemic was going to bulldoze into our lives, remove all the comfort of our daily routines and structure, challenge our academic performance, isolate us from all social interactions, and strip us of milestone experiences such as attending our senior proms and walking across the stage to formally receive our secondary school diplomas. You've certainly experienced your fair share of trials and tribulations this semester, to say the least. But you chose not to allow yourselves to get knocked down. You made the choice to stand strong and refuse to stop moving forward. This is just one of the many things Walkerville taught us that you should be proud of, celebrate, and reflect upon as you successfully complete high school and continue your forward-moving journey, excited to explore what your future pathway has in store for you. Graduates, your next steps may continue to be somewhat uncertain and stressful for the next little while, as coming to grips with the unknowns of our new reality are bound to provoke a little anxiety and fear in all of us. But just keep in mind that the last few months have only been a mere moment in your lives, a snap, an insta, a snippet, a minute of all the great things you will come to achieve and so richly deserve in the years to come. You've spent the last 4 years of your lives in school, following rules, gaining knowledge, participating in extracurricular activities, building relationships, and creating lasting memories. And although your graduation ceremony doesn't look quite like those of your predecessors, the class of 2020 is one that won't soon be forgotten. You've now become part of history in the making. You are the ones others will read about in years to come. You are the students who persevered and kept moving forward. Wow, what an achievement. And we couldn't be more proud and excited to celebrate this remarkable occasion with you. You and your loved ones have undoubtedly been confronted with a number of adverse and overwhelming challenges this year. But in spite of all those hurdles, you remain strong, committed, kind, and resilient, which are some of the most essential characteristics to achieving your goals and making your dreams for success become your reality. If you've learned anything this year, I hope you've learned that your time in this life is short, and you shouldn't waste a single minute living it for anyone else. Don't consume yourselves with trying to fit into this world, graduates, because each and every one of you were meant to stand out. The more true you are to yourselves, the more you shine, the more jagged your edges, the more unique value you will add to your world and everyone in it. Be clear as to the purpose of everything you say and everything you do. and always have the courage to speak out against things such as ignorance, fear, hatred, and disrespect. Stand up, stand strong, and never stop moving, Tartans. Thank you to all the parents, guardians, and family members for trusting us with your children and for motivating and inspiring them to set high goals for achievement and invest in their academic success. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the hard work of all the Walkerville staff members as they continually supported and pushed our students to persevere and keep learning from home over the past several weeks. On behalf of Mr. Adjetey and myself, we'd like to send an additional note of thanks to the graduation committee for their dedication to making our virtual ceremony memorable for the graduating class of 2020. Tartan staff, you are greatly appreciated and are the true epitome of what exceptional teaching and lifelong learning is all about. So just before we proceed to the next section of our virtual ceremony, I'd like to leave the class of 2020 with one final thought. Graduates, you are in charge of your own destiny. And if you believe in yourselves, learn from your mistakes, and travel the road of your choice, even when at times it's the one with a whole lot of bumps, detours, and roadblocks, I am confident it will be the road that leads you to your personal and very best you. The road you will travel with pride and never look back with regret that you chose. There are no limits on what you can achieve, so dare to dream big and dare to be all you can be in this life. Congratulations once again, graduates, and thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey.
Zainab Al-Hadari will be attending St. Clair College in the Graphic Design program. Raphael Amagashi will be working as a freelance commission artist. Anthony Aquino will be attending St. Clair College in the Culinary Arts program. Stephanie Bond will be attending the University of Windsor in the Medical Physics program and will be receiving the Outstanding Scholars Award. Noah Bell will be returning to Walkerville Collegiate Institute. Mary Bergman will be taking a gap year. Divine Blair Ryrie will be taking a gap year with plans to attend post-secondary in the future. Abigail Bolton will be attending the University of Windsor in the Health and Biomedical Sciences program. Bethany Bowen will be attending St. Clair College in the Police Foundations program. Christina Burgoyne will be attending the University of Windsor in the Psychology program. Hunter Brown will be attending the University of Windsor in the Mechanical Engineering program and is receiving an Outstanding Scholars Award.
Meredith Bryans will be attending St. Clair College in Early Childhood Education.
Gavin Burkowski will be attending St. Clair College in the Mobile App Development program. Harlow Castillo will be attending Sheridan College in the Bachelor of Film and Television program. Stephanie Chan will be attending the University of Windsor in the Business Administration program and is receiving an Odette Young Leadership Scholarship and the University of Windsor Entrance Scholarship. Alexis Charette will be taking a gap year and traveling. Micah Ciparoni will be attending St. Clair College in the Graphic Design program. Ross Cole will be attending Mohawk College in the Applied Music Classical Voice program. Zoe Crosby will be attending the University of Windsor in the Visual Arts and Built Environment program. Ashton Curtis will be attending the University of Windsor in the Concurrent Drama in Education program and is receiving an SHSM bursary and a University of Windsor Dean's Scholarship. Kira Denemy will be attending the Nova Scotia College of Art in the Printmaking program. Cassidy Desmond will be attending St. Clair College in the Culinary Management program. Lexi Dewhurst will be attending St. Clair College in the Fashion Design Technician program. Sierra Doe will be attending the University of Windsor in the Computer Science program. Fiona Jerome will be attending St. Clair College in the Architectural Technology program. Zoe Dumichel will be attending the University of Windsor in the Disability Studies program. Maggie Dovniak will be attending the University of Windsor in the Psychology, Behavior, Cognition, and Neuroscience program and is receiving the University of Windsor Blue and Gold level support. Miriam Elsawi will be attending the University of Western Ontario in the Viola Performance program and is receiving a Gordon Jeffrey Endowment for Strings and Chamber Music Award. Adriana Faubert will be attending the University of Windsor in the Bachelor of Human Kinetics program and is receiving the Outstanding Scholars Award. Phoebe Finley will be attending the University of Windsor in the Bachelor of Fine Arts Visual Arts program. Carmen Flores will be taking a gap year. Dakota Friend will be attending St. Clair College in the Border Services program and is receiving the W.L. Clark Scholarship and the Run for Rocky GSA Scholarship. Anne Garrett will be attending St. Clair College in the Animation 2D 3D program. Jasmine Gary will be continuing to participate in dance, gymnastics, and bowling. Brianna Gaylord will be attending St. Clair College in the Landscape Horticulture program. Sarah Bortson will be attending St. Clair College in the Pre-Health Sciences program. Hope Graham will be attending St. Clair College in the Fitness and Health Promotion program. Jasmine Granero will be attending Western University in the Medical Biophysics program. Reese Groulx will be attending the University of Windsor in the Psychology program and is receiving a Blue and Gold Entrance Scholarship. Maria Hansor will be taking a gap year. Yael Haraki will be attending St. Clair College in the Border Services program. Miller Hayes will be attending the University of Toronto in the Physical and Mathematical Sciences program. Molly Holmes will be attending the University of Windsor in the Bachelor of Human Kinetics program and is receiving the $10,000 Dean's Entrance Scholarship and a $500 SHSM bursary. Quentin Hurst will be attending St. Clair College in the Sports Administration and Entrepreneurship program. Cassidy James will be attending Ryerson University in the Film Studies program and is receiving a $4,000 entrance scholarship. Grace Johnson will be attending the University of Windsor in the Physics program. Allison Johnston will be attending the University of Windsor in the English and Drama program. Tia Jokic will be attending the University of Detroit Mercy in the Civil Engineering program and is receiving an athletic scholarship. Michael Joyce will be attending the University of Windsor in the Honors Computer Science program. In-Hae Kwan will be attending the University in South Korea.
Jack LaFontaine will be working in the service industry and eventually attending St. Clair College. Sila Lajoie will be attending the University of Windsor studying psychology. Sila is the recipient of a $10,000 Dean's Renewable Entrance Scholarship. Rhea Lajoie will be attending the University of Windsor studying psychology. She is the recipient of a $10,000 Dean's Renewable Entrance Scholarship. Nick Lozon. Nick will be attending the University of Windsor studying biology. Perla Lehman will be attending the University of Windsor doing a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Acting. Isabel Betwin will be taking a year off to do a gap year.
Nisa Lyons will be attending Fanshawe College in Computer Programming and Analysis.
Devin McEachern. Devin will be doing an apprenticeship in carpentry at R.C. White. Bradley Mangham. Bradley will be attending the University of Windsor studying a Bachelor of Human Kinetics. Bradley is the recipient of an Outstanding Scholars Award. Mackenzie Mayhew. Mackenzie will be attending St. Clair College studying 2D and 3D animation. Kayla Malosh. Kayla will be attending St. Clair College studying graphic design. Zoe Mounier. Zoe will be attending Durham College studying in the paralegal program. Savannah Morel. Savannah will be attending the University of Windsor studying computer science. Savannah is the recipient of a $10,000 Dean's Renewable Entrance Scholarship. Natalie Morrison. Natalie will be working in the retail industry. Justice Morrison. Justice will be working in the retail industry. Maya Murphy. Maya will be attending the University of Windsor studying psychology and criminology. Charlotte Murphy. Charlotte will be attending the University of Windsor studying criminology. Charlotte is the recipient of a University of Windsor entrance scholarship. Serena Nelson. Serena will be attending the University of South Florida studying chemistry. Madison North. Madison will be taking a year off to enjoy a gap year. Bianca Nygaard. Bianca will be attending Fanshawe College studying interior design. Penny O'Neill. Penny will be returning to Walkerville Collegiate Institute in the fall. Noel O'Dowd. Noel will be taking a gap year and plans to travel and then attend post-secondary afterward. Catalina Osorio. Kiara Owl. Kiara will be attending Laurentian University studying zoology. Marlise Pasma. Marlise will be attending the University of Windsor doing a double major in criminology and psychology. Sarah Pettit. Sarah will be going into the workplace performing arts as a professional dancer. McKenna Pickerskill. McKenna will be attending the University of Windsor studying a concurrent Bachelor in Drama and Education. McKenna is the recipient of a $10,000 Dean's Entrance Scholarship. Ireland Platt. Ireland will be attending St. Clair College studying pre-health. Alyssa Postma. Alyssa will be studying at St. Clair College in the Business and Advertising Communications Management program. Asia Prostansky. Asia will be attending Fanshawe College studying Broadcasting, Television, and Film Production. Jacob Ramsey. Jacob will be attending St. Clair College studying in the Personal Support Worker program. Christian Renorison. Christian will be attending the University of Windsor studying in the General Engineering program. Kasey Rayner. Kasey will be attending Sheridan College studying in the Technical Production for the Performing Arts program. Dale Rizzo. Dale will be attending the American Academy of Dramatic Arts studying acting and music. Aidan Robertson. Aidan will be attending the University of Windsor doing a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Acting degree. Tatum Roy. Tatum will be attending the Randolph College for the Performing Arts in the Triple Threat program. Kirsten Rumpel. Kirsten will be attending St. Clair College studying graphic design. Kirsten is the recipient of the Dr. Claire R. McLeod Secondary School Volunteer Award. Katya Skandali. Katya will be attending the University of Windsor doing a BFA in Visual Arts. Cody Slack Nevis. Cody will be attending St. Clair College studying pre-health. Dana Smetsruth. Dana will be attending the University of Windsor studying English. Mackenzie St. Dennis. Mackenzie will be taking a gap year and plans to attend post-secondary education afterward. Manur Tahir. Manur will be attending the University of Windsor studying electrical engineering. Manur is the recipient of a Dean's Renewable Entrance Scholarship. Michaela Temple. Michaela will be attending St. Clair College studying in the Early Childhood Education program. Nayat Tesfaye. Nayat will be attending the University of Windsor studying in the Honors Business Administration, specializing in accounting. Nayat is the recipient of the Robert Little and Deborah Dean Little Scholarship for $41,000 and is in the Specialist High Skills Major Arts and Culture program. Chloe Thompson. Chloe will be attending Lambton College, studying in the paramedic program. Sarah Tran. Sarah will be attending the University of Waterloo, studying environmental engineering. Sarah is the recipient of the University of Waterloo President's Scholarship valued at $2,000 and the University of Waterloo Entrance Bursary valued at $4,000. Lexi Tremblay. Lexi will be attending the University of Windsor studying political science with a specialization in law and politics. Bryony Tyers. Bryony will be taking a gap year off to travel. Tegan West. Tegan will be attending St. Clair College studying fashion design. Audrey Young. Audrey will be attending the University of Windsor doing a concurrent Bachelor in English and Education. Audrey is the recipient of the University of Windsor Entrance Scholarship.
Madison Westfall will be taking a gap year with plans to do her apprenticeship in millwright. Urtiza Syed will be attending St. Clair College in business marketing. Al Hassan Abdallah Hussain, Sami Ajaj, Ronan Actis, Kylie Allen, Hiba Amir, Olivia Austin, Bijou Beneteau, Samira Bulbul Williams, Nefertiti Butler, Maya Carter, Wisleen Sherilus, Emma Klemecki, Olivia Christian, Connor Deno, Jessica Dowson, Tessa Dreger, Jackie Despiva, Kiara Egan, Brandon Els, Tiana Garcia, Sean Gifucha, Brianne Harris, Darian Harrison, Cabo Hitu, Mulid Noor Ibrahim, Abby Jensen, Clayton Jordan, Thomas Kidd, Violet Keisler, Samuel Kilbride, Mira Koljevrat, Avery Kuharik, Cody Laird, Daniel Lenarduzzi, Adrian Lesperance Field, Robert Logan, Kaya Marontate, Janine McDonald, Georgina McLean, Skylar Rose McLean, Kelsey Mood, Leyland Moore, Alexa Moores, Logan Myers, Aiden Parker Arsenault, Haley Petty, Hunter Powell, Araya Pristansky, Rania Preston, Brianna Quintero, Link Robinette, Blake Sanders, Karis Sanger, Catherine Scott, Alexis Smith, Sky Steinhoff, Kevin Zabo, TT, Ethan Tuddy.
And now, students of Walkerville Collegiate Institute and Center for the Creative Arts, as a symbol of your changed status, please move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left side of your cap. This will signify that you have now formally graduated. Please join me in acknowledging and celebrating the graduating class of 2020.
The first set of awards to be presented this evening are the Walkerville Collegiate Institute Awards of Excellence. The recipient of the Award for Excellence in Arts is Asia Kristansky. The recipient for the Award of Excellence in Business is Nayat Tesfaye. The recipient of the Award for Excellence in Computer Science, there are two, Connor Deno and Nisa Lyons. The recipient of the Excellence in Cooperative Education Award is Devin McEachern. The recipient of the Award for Excellence in English, there are three, Hunter Brown, Catalina Osorio, and Janine MacDonald. The recipient of the Award for Excellence in Canadian and World Studies, there are two, McKenna Pickersgill and Anthony Aquino. For Excellence in Languages, the recipients are Rhea Lajoie and Sela Lajoie. For Excellence in Mathematics, the recipients are Christina Bourgogne and Grace Johnson. For Excellence in Science, the recipients are Stephanie Bond, Hope Graham, and Jackie Duspiva. For Excellence in Social Studies, the recipients are Michaela Temple and Fiona Drone. For Excellence in Health and Physical Education, the recipient is Tia Yoki. A Tartan Character Award is given to a student who is a positive and contributing member of the Walkerville Collegiate Institute community. This year's Tartan Character Award goes to Reese Groulx. The Walkerville Collegiate Institute bursary is given to a student who excels and plans to continue in the world of work. This year's recipient is Isabel Letwin. A Tartan Scholarship is given to a student who is a credit to their overall improvement. This year's recipient is Madison Westfall. The yearbook editor has been organized, diligent, and conscientious in her work, Charlotte Murphy. The next set of awards recognize the excellence of students within the Walkerville Center for the Creative Arts program in their individual disciplines. The recipient of the Award for Excellence in Dance goes to Stephanie Bond and Sarah Pettit. For Excellence in Dramatic Arts, the recipient is Aidan Robertson. For Excellence in Vocal Music, the recipient is Ross Cole. For Excellence in Instrumental Music, the recipient is Miriam Elsawi. The recipient of the Award for Excellence in Media Arts is Cassidy James. For Excellence in Visual Arts, the recipient is Katia Scandali. The Outstanding Walkerville Center for the Creative Arts Student Award is given to a student who has a gorgeous voice, a distinctive sound, and a love of theater, classic rock, and musicals. She carries herself with poise and grace. She agonizes over her song choices. She lives in her characters and takes great pride and care in crafting her art. Her dedication and drive will doubtless carry her towards success on ever larger stages as she heads into studies in musical theater at Randolph Academy. The recipient of the Outstanding WCCA Student Award is Tatum Roy. A special award of achievement in the arts from the Walkerville Center for the Creative Arts. This student has grown immensely during his time at WCCA. He has performed on stage as an actor and as a singer, and has dedicated himself to working backstage as well. He has assisted the WCCA teachers as a co-op student and never balked at the most menial job. His future in drama and education at the University of Windsor will certainly be bright. The winner of Special Achievement in the Arts from the WCCA is Ashton Curtis. The next set of awards acknowledge the achievements of individual students for scholarships, bursaries, and awards. The Dr. Thomas Harold Eklund Award. Dr. Eklund was a student at Walkerville Collegiate. He enjoyed immensely playing basketball at Walkerville and had many great memories of his years spent at Walkerville. The principal, Mr. Ball, was instrumental in getting him into Queen's University, where he studied medicine. He was called into the principal's office one day and went in shaking because everyone was terrified of Mr. Ball. He said, "Tom, what do you want to do with your life?" Tom replied, "I think I want to be a doctor." Mr. Ball replied, "Okay, I'll get you into Queen's, get out of my office." Dr. Eklund graduated 5th in his class out of 55 graduates in 1956. He returned to Windsor after graduating from Queen's at the age of 24 and practiced medicine in Windsor for 61 years. He was a dedicated doctor who loved medicine and enjoyed his family practice. The scholarship amount is $1,000 and is awarded to a student who will be continuing their education in a health science program at a university or college. The recipient of the Dr. Thomas Harold Eklund Award is Chloe Thompson. The Rob Baxter Memorial Scholarship honors a former Walkerville teacher who passed away before realizing his dream of a school carnival. Student Council, along with many staff, made his dream a reality and created a scholarship in his name. It is given annually to 2 students who are true Tartans and work tirelessly to build the community. The recipients of the Rob Baxter Memorial Scholarship are Phoebe Findlay and Adriana Faubert. The Outstanding Student Award. The Walkerville Collegiate Outstanding Student Award is given to a student who exhibits those characteristics that we as a staff appreciate in our students. The Walkerville Collegiate Institute Outstanding Student demonstrates a sense of responsibility, dedication to their studies, hard work, and demonstrates a desire to learn. These award winners go the extra mile, have a positive attitude, and exert a positive influence in the classroom and within the school as a whole. The recipient of this year's Outstanding Student Award is Zoe Crosby. The Al Roach Memorial Bursary for Excellence in Creative Writing is given to a student who excels in the writing process. Mr. Roach attended Walkerville Collegiate and taught English for many years. He was also a renowned author who wrote about growing up in the Walkerville area. He wrote many articles about our local history for the Star, Windsor This Month, and the Walkerville Times. The recipient of this year's Al Roach Memorial Bursary is Casey Rayner. The Ed Swarenga Memorial Bursary is given in memory of a dedicated geography teacher, an inspiring coach, and an enthusiastic speleologist who taught at Walkerville Collegiate Institute for many, many years. In his 31 years of teaching, he shared his knowledge and his abilities with everyone that he encountered. Students saw him as supportive, encouraging, and as a mentor who really cared that they succeeded. The way he lived his life reflected his belief that it is only by getting involved in the community that we can hope to make a valuable difference. The recipient of the Ed Swearenga Memorial Bursary is Savannah Morel. The Anne Karenik Award. The Anne Karenik Memorial Award is for a student who is described as a Tartan through and through. They are a leader who is organized, generous with their time, and driven. The recipient of this year's Anne Karenik Memorial Award is Nefertiti Butler. The Walkerville Collegiate Excellence in Character and Leadership Award is given in honor of J.L. McNaughton. Mr. McNaughton was the second principal of Walkerville Collegiate Institute from 1929 until 1943. The recipient of this award must excel academically and be a leader in the school community. This year's recipient for the Award for Excellence in Character and Leadership goes to Harlow Castillo. The Walkerville Collegiate Institute 90th Anniversary Scholarship. 8 years ago, Walkerville celebrated its 90th anniversary, and a scholarship was established to honor students who represented Walkerville Collegiate Institute's history of excellence, effort, and achievement. Our 2020 recipients embody the spirit of Walkerville. The recipients are Sarah Tran and Abigail Bolton. The Bob Miller Memorial Award. Bob Miller was a physical education teacher at Walkerville for many years. When he died, a memorial award was established in his name to honor a male student who demonstrated good sportsmanship and a willingness to participate in athletic activities. This year's winner is Michael Joyce. The Marilyn Parkinson Bursary is in honor of a former physical education teacher at Walkerville Collegiate and is to be awarded annually to a deserving female student that will be attending post-secondary education in the study involving health sciences. This year's recipient is Molly Holmes. The Ben Family Bursary was established by a former STEPS teacher to honor achievement and excellence in STEPS. This year's recipient of the Ben Family Bursary is Jasmine Gary.
Good afternoon. My name is Stefan Adjetey. I'm the Vice Principal of Walkerville Collegiate and Center for the Creative Arts. I have the pleasure of introducing our Lieutenant Governor Award. This award was established by the Honorable Hillary Weston in the year 2000. It recognizes an exemplary volunteer among the graduating students in each of Ontario's secondary schools. Recipients have made contributions to their community through their volunteerism above and beyond those required to graduate. The recipient of this prestigious award is Kirsten Rumble.
Each year, one graduating student in every public school across Ontario is recognized by the principal for their leadership skills and abilities and presented with an award on behalf of the Ontario Principal School Council. As the principal of Walkerville Collegiate Institute and Center for the Creative Arts, I'd like to begin by saying that this year's recipient was not necessarily chosen for their high academic achievement or their overt ability to manage and influence others, or even their gift for attention to detail and organization. I chose to honor this year's recipient more for their undying loyalty to those who mean the most, their kind-heartedness, capacity to self-advocate, self-reflect, and identify areas of growth. Their ability to communicate effectively with others, persevere when the bright times aren't always so bright, and have the resilience to pick themselves up every time life knocks them down. This student certainly understands the concept of working hard to achieve the things in life they want, and never expects others to pick them up, pave their way, or cushion their fall. Over the past 4 years, I've witnessed this particular student fight back and overcome failure time and time again. Maintain a positive and optimistic attitude, even at times when she was struggling, and take responsibility for her own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in order to change the course of her life. This young lady exudes many essential qualities of an effective leader. She seems to view obstacles more as puzzles to solve or opportunities to grow, not as roadblocks, threats, or reasons to give up. When I asked her teachers to describe her, Each one of them said, "She is kind, compassionate, and always positive." I myself couldn't agree more. I've had the pleasure of watching this young lady grow and mature over the past 4 years, face her fears, and develop trusting relationships with others, build bridges instead of walls, be accountable and take responsibility for her actions, all while staying kind and spreading her positive energy to those around her. Again, these attributes are ones that define true leadership. In saying that, I am so proud and so honored to recognize Madison Westfall as the recipient of this year's Ontario Principals Council Award. Congratulations, Madison. The Governor-General Academic Medal was created in 1873 by Lord Dufferin, Canada's third Governor-General after Confederation, as a means to encourage academic excellence across the nation. Over the years, it has become the most prestigious award that students in Canadian schools may receive. At the high school level, it is awarded to the student graduating with the highest average in their grade 11 and 12 courses. This year, the award goes to Stephanie Bond. It is a tradition at Walkerville Collegiate Institute that the parents of the Governor-General Academic Medal winner receive a bouquet of flowers at the graduation ceremony. Congratulations, Bond family. Your flowers will be delivered to your home today. The student chosen to deliver this year's valedictorian address is truly one of a kind. She is a grounded, high-achieving, well-respected young lady who I take great honor and pride in introducing as Walkerville Collegiate Institute and Center for the Creative Arts, Class of 2020's valedictorian, Reese Groulx.
Good evening, teachers, staff, loved ones, and my fellow graduates who are watching from home. I hope you are all staying safe and healthy. Although we are coming together for the last time to celebrate in a way different from what we expected, we've still made it here and we deserve to celebrate. I would like to begin by saying thank you to our dedicated staff. It took a tremendous amount of effort to put together this unique virtual graduation. For this, we thank you, and we want you to know we appreciate your ongoing support. I would also like to say that I'm so honored to have been chosen to represent our class of 2020 as valedictorian. So, here we are. We did it. We've made it to the end of this chapter in our academic story, and what a story it's been. In the wise words of Freddie Mercury, is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. As I'm sure you've heard, we are currently living through what will be a textbook-long history lesson in the future. If only we'd known that Friday, March 13th would be the last time some of us would see each other, we would have hugged each other a little tighter. We would have talked a little longer. We would have stopped to admire the art hanging on the walls, and we would have said a proper goodbye. But instead of dwelling on the past or what could have been, let's remember all that we are and all that we were able to experience. Like speed walking to Tim Hortons at lunch, trying to beat the crowd there, usually failing at that, then having to wait in the long line. The yearly can drive battle between Mr. Benforte and Mr. Wellington. The late night rehearsals running back and forth on stage. Or driving in cabs with the team to get to the next game. The outdoor coffee houses and movie nights, sprawled out on a blanket with our friends. Running through the halls playing hide and seek around the school even though we should have been home by that time of night. Spending lunch in the art room, the class trips, studying in the library, or taking the scenic route back to class. It's these little memories that create the overall high school experience, that let us know Walkerville is our home. The home of the tartans. Does anyone even know what a tartan is? It's according to Google. It's a woolen cloth woven in one of several patterns of plaid. Now I think it represents Walkerville well. I think it represents us well. As each individual who's a part of this school is just unique as each piece of thread that is carefully and purposely crafted together to create one beautiful cohesive pattern. Each person shapes the school into what it is, and each person is just as important as the next. Without one, the beauty of the fabric would be lost. But when blended together, it creates a tapestry like no other. A tapestry that looks and feels like home. Walkerville, the home of the next world-renowned artists, the home of the millionaire engineers, the home of the chefs, the plumbers, the hairdressers, the firefighters, and the world travelers, the future doctors and surgeons, the amateur and professional athletes, the dreams and the dreamers. The home of success in wherever our paths may take us, because we will bring pieces of Walkerville with us wherever we go. It is truly an honor to have attended this school that is so unlike any other. A school where we are praised for being true to who we are, where we are allowed to confidently grow into ourselves. In these times of so much uncertainty, I am certain of one thing. The class of 2020 is full of so much strength, perseverance, and opportunity. During our short time in high school, we have been proven to be vocal and passionate about the social issues that should matter to us. the environment, inclusivity and justice for the LGBTQ+ community, Indigenous people's rights, and the Black Lives Matter movement, just to name a few. We've been part of clubs like GSA, Earthlings, and Jack That'll Roll. Clubs and events that create real friendship and create real change. We have so much to offer the world. We are the future, and it is our turn to be leaders. I have faith in us to make a change. This graduating class will be talked about for years to come. There's a lot to say about us. How we were able to roll out of bed to get into our 9 a.m. class call still in pajamas, or how we could sleep all day and do our schoolwork during the night. How we came together in ways we couldn't have expected. How we have grown to appreciate school and how lucky we are to understand its deeper value. How we have developed a better understanding for each other and have found new ways to support even when we can't physically be there. We've shown our resiliency as we were put into a new, unfamiliar situation and were forced to adapt and create what we needed for ourselves to be successful. This reminds me to thank our teachers and family for not giving up on us, for showing us how to learn on our own, and showing us that we are capable of more than we know. We appreciate you. And to my peers, thank you for not giving up on each other, for getting us through it together, for the late night FaceTime calls as we try to figure out the symbolic meaning of a green light in the Great Gatsby, or what the answer to number 4 was in the math question, or when the next assignment is due. Thank you especially for checking in on each other during these trying times, just to lend an ear and reassure that we will be okay. I know that we didn't expect our high school careers to come to an end like this, but we have so much to look forward to as we embark on our own individual journeys. There will be new and exciting things for us to experience. Look at this year as a year to learn from, one to test us, a year to grow and to show our perseverance. We have shown what true friendship, support, and understanding looks like, and it's time to bring what we've learned here into the real world. I know some of us are scared about what the future holds for us, but we are more than ready for what's to come next. The world can be a terrifying place, so never forget that Walkerville is your home to come back to. This isn't goodbye. This is a see you later. It's now time to open your eyes, look up to the skies, and see Class of 2020 is one big family. As we continue through life onto the next part of our journeys, it's important to note that we are all moving at our own pace, but nonetheless, we are still moving. We've survived more than we could have imagined. We've become more than we thought we could be. And the best part is, it's only just the beginning. Stay strong, stay loud, and keep moving. To my class of 2020, congratulations and thank you.
As the Vice Principal of Walkerville Collegiate and the Center for the Creative Arts, I am proud to be standing in front of you, delivering my first closing address and sharing this incredible celebration of success with you. This past year, I tried really hard to be better each and every day. The type of VP that was firm but fair, caring and effective. A VP that could continue to move our school in the direction of continued success. One of the things that I've been very good at this year is welcoming people into my office and helping them to become very emotional. Or, as Miss Williams would put it, hey, Adjetey, you really know how to make people cry. Oh, and by the way, if you're not laughing or crying by now, just give me a moment. For this year's graduation, I wrote a poem to celebrate all that you have been through and so much of what you can still become. The poem is titled, Where Do We Go From Here? I know most of you are sitting in front of a screen right now, so let me put on some music. You can sit back and grab a cup of tea. Snap your fingers in agreement and repeat the phrase in response. Where do we go from here? After grade 9 tears turn into grade 12 fears, you wonder excitedly, where do we go from here? After March break became 1 week, then 3 weeks, then not returning to school, you wonder tensely, yikes, where do we go from here? After going to bed at 1 a.m. and waking up at 1 p.m. to stay connected to your teachers and classes, you say with persistence, I got this. Where do we go from here? After you realize that even during a pandemic, you can still bounce back and be successful. You say with exhaustion, where do we go from here? After the lessons have been taught, the lights go out, chairs go up, and credits have been earned. We are left with one question. Where do we go from here? And after we all realize that true and lasting change can be accomplished by one, Rosa, Miriam, Hawk, Martin, Malcolm, Barack, Regis, George, Ahmad. Where do we go from here? You are a member of a special class. You graduated high school during a global pandemic. You determine where you will go from here. Class of 2020, use this accomplishment as a marker to help push yourself through greater challenges. Go forward, pursue your purpose, and change the world on the way there. On behalf of all of us here at Walkerville, congratulations.
As much as at times making this virtual graduation video was a little bit stressful and difficult, we did have quite a few laughs.
Wait, what's going on?
What are you doing?
Just dancing, just practicing my TikTok dances.
This is how we do. This one's for you, Mrs. Nada. I'm just trying to tell you something important.
Do it again. Should we screw that up? So do I just start again? Okay, I gotta start again, right? This is Adjetey. All right.